pilot and girlfriend, Sarah Bear. I don't know what you want to be called. Marsh the Mime on YouTube. Check it out. What it is. Yeah, I haven't, been playing games and streaming them in a while. Well, I've been playing games, just not streaming. So, yeah, we started this nightmare train that my friend said, hey, there's this game out there. It's scary. I ain't playing it. It's free. Yes, I'm playing it. So,
It's free. Why the hell not?
Yeah, but free's not always a good thing, and now you're going to hear the scream fest. You see, I already started this, and I was maybe a whole 10 minutes into it when I quit. Not for spooky reasons, but because, I actually had other obligations. So, we're going to start all over again, so you can hear every panicky moment, every shaky breath out of my lungs. Yes, let's start. Start a new game. The screen, it is loading. Oh, my head, it hurts.
Don't forget, some things mustn't be forgotten. The shadow hunting me. I must hurry. My name is Daniel. I live in London at Mayfair. What have I done? This is crazy. Don't forget. Don't forget. I must stop him. Focus. My name is... I am Daniel.
Got all the points first, and it's probably me. So I'm gonna yeah, it's me. So I'm gonna like my own video. No, there's two. Oh, it's way, way up. Yeah, you should see. The whole thing in one bite. Like I said, I already played a little bit through with this, and I was afraid something was gonna kill me every second, but with you all here with me, nothing's gonna do me in. A memento has been added to the picture. Don't get killed. Perfect. Best memento ever. Okay, remember that that's a... Yeah! Let me out! Yeah, I want out now because this place is already, terrifying. Alright, there's rocks. Hello? What are you? Tinderbox. Which I know you can use to light things. Yeah! You can't pick up the candle, but you can light them if you have tinder boxes. So, yeah, I just used that whole tinder box, which I didn't have to do. Okay, that's a spooky suit of armor. What's in here? Yeah, let's hope that it never does. Hey, pal. Yeah, may as well. Come here, tinderbox. Light up my life. What is this? Let's just cook this a little bit. Yeah, why can't we do that? Ugh. Everything's all there. You see, I already know what's gonna happen. We're gonna close that door. No, like I'm still going there. Well, I think it was around, if I'm guessing the era right, it was probably, like, tinder boxes were the only way to light candles. It was basically just a pack of matches. Noises. disgusting fluid. Yeah, I don't like this. No, that's just like part of the game.
What's behind the curtain? Curtain number 1.
I don't know, I can't move them and we ain't gonna try either.
It's not. Oh, look. People are still here. Hello. Someone said something.
I don't know, we'll look in a moment. I found a shirt. Yay. Now I won't be naked.
Oh, it's just...
Nope! I didn't go in that room before, now I'm glad I didn't.
He fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden, in fear she, too, would be punished.
Spank her rear end. Punish her that way. Oh, you know, it's random acts of, spooking.
Does anything actually ever happen?
Yes. Oh, you get chased by ghosties. Oh, they get you.
We're not like
Fuckies. Please don't kill me, sweetheart. No, no.
in about 35 seconds.
Yeah, don't warn me of what's gonna happen. Don't even say anything. I'm already terrified. Like, please. I don't know. Hang on a second. Head is pounding. Hands are shaking. Master spaghetti. Wait a second. There we go. Go away. I've got a lantern here. Yes, I understand. You want me to look that way. What are this? Great.
19th of August, 1839. I wish I could ask how much you remember. I don't know if there will be anything left after I consume this drink. Don't be afraid, Daniel. I can't tell you why, but know this. I choose to forget. Try to find comfort and strength in that fact. There is a purpose. You are my final effort put things right. God willing, the name Alexander of Brandenburg still invokes bitter anger in you. If not, this will sound horrible. Go to the inner sanctum, find Alexander, and kill him. His body is old and weak, and yours, young and strong. He will be no match for you. One last thing. A shadow is following you. It's a living nightmare, breaking down reality. I have tried everything, and there is no way to fight back. You need to escape it as long as you can. Redeem us both, Daniel. Descend into the darkness where Alexander waits and murder him. Your former self, Daniel.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, B.
Sure. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, nothing there. Yeah, I know. I have the light off because I
The
don't
door
want to.
slammed shut behind him, and he knew he would never again see the old tailor at the Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London seemed appropriate somehow.
Please, oh sweet ghost of Christmas past, don't kill me, kick my ass.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
It's stuff.
It looks sneaky.
Probably is. We ain't gonna deal with it either. We're going this way. You know,
Get away from me!
I don't even want to. Going to.
A fragrant taste of rose lingered in his mouth. Turkish delights, he thought, just like the ones at the consulate in Constantinople.
Hello, young lad. What would you like? The Turkish delight? That was not necessary.
Yes, it was.
I'm scared. Nope. Nope. We're going the other route. Well, first things first. Need some of that oil.
So wait everything happening. Sorry, whale. Sorry,
Demons!
whales.
I don't want to. Yet it's not very reassuring. You're small in stature.
There should be more.
This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are given to the cuprite that binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aqua fortis and hope it will produce even more solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acidic and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violent to the solution and should be handled with greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament.
Right. Let me see. And one part aqua fortis.
No, there wasn't. Maybe there was, and I was wrong. I'm sorry.
He tried to grab it.
What is this? One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. And he was right. Chemical relocation. The lack of chimney is properly chimney.
Oh my God.
Look at, I'm panicking already. The screen is shaking, so are my hands. The chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my lesser stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are strained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can to move them to the wine cellar. Alright, maybe use less. There's monsters coming together.
The other children cheered him on, his name voiced in a steadily rising pace, urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought, and struck his victim with a rock.
Strike me with a rock and get me out of here. Oh, I'm not getting down that way.
Traveling to Dover and going through Canterbury, he made sure to pay a visit to avoid the sense of guilt connected with the neglect of a family.
I'm terrified. Sandra! It's my friend, Sandra. Sandra, you're here on this nightmare with me. Letter.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services to the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Garage. The Grinch. House of Grinch. House of Jump and Grump. Strobies.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Someone's playing the piano. That door, it's locked. Already that way.
Shut up.
I don't want to play anymore. I'm perfectly okay with that.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
May 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Some oil left. Let's... Now I know. There's stuff back here too. Altstadt and Brandenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Altstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brandenburg. The quiet forest-clad mountains, dressed with scattered lakes, is as picturesque as can be, alibi the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you'll hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tale, but there are some motifs that are reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers, as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. Bless you. It is their prey which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Altstadt at the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glade, only never to be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Altstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The immortal Baron. The Baron of Brennenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Altstadt, and like most those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remain popular through his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage, therefore the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never fully been recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact one and the same, who came to the West over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Okay, so... have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brandenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would, in sense, solve both my problems. I don't want to play this game anymore. How do I get out of here? No, it didn't. I'm just terrified. Yeah, I'm absolutely terrified, and I don't want to leave this in the safety of this little cupboard. Like, do you hear that? No, there's a shuffling. I don't want to play this game anymore. No, not that. I need... Okay, those are diaries. They're notes. Alright, so I basically have to get to the wine cellar to continue. Yeah, I imagine that fleshy stuff can only be dissolved by the ingredient list that I found. So, with that, yeah, I gotta get that stuff to dissolve it. But is there any kind of map, though? Because I am not gonna remember any of this. No, it doesn't show up. Be quiet. There's no such thing as a lollygagging beast. Okay, my sanity is at a slight headache. That won't budge. I saw something right next to me. It was right on my left side. No, we're done. We ain't playing this game no more. We're finished. We beat it. No, we beat it. We're finished. We did a great job, too.
Alright.
It's over. It's all over now. No, it's not over, because I know I'm going to have to go back in there. That is not the lollygagging beast.
Did you save it?
I'm terrified. Hold on. Where is it? No, I didn't. Yeah, right. Until it decides to. Yeah, that's it. We're done. I heard that noise. Now I'm done. I don't want to play this game anymore.
It's done, Vincent. The tomb has been revealed. Taking on awaits secret that this one.
I will not be his roast beast feast.
Oh shit! Save it! Ouch.
What?
Ew. Don't stand on it. Maybe you gotta melt that with the acid.
All is good in health. My head is pounding and hands are shaking, though. Yeah, we're done. That's like the extent of my ability to put up with scary things. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks, but that's it. I don't want to do this anymore. But I know I'm gonna. Look, here's the door. Really?
The acid.
I don't have any. I gotta make it in the wine cellar.
Oh, I thought you had some.
No, you have to make it. Okay, we came from that way. We went upstairs. We did all the shit up there. I guess we go this way now. Where's this go? No, oh no. No. I found the wine cellar. No, we're done, folks. I'm sorry.
Save it right there.
Goodbye.
Go to the wine cellar later.
I can't do it.
It's a good place to stay.
Yeah, just gonna stop right there. We're never doing it again, ever. Probably like next week. Stay tuned for when I get really scared. I saw the monster on my left side, so I know there is something there. I don't know. I didn't stick around long enough to actually see. No, I am not off air. I am, however.
Oh, you're looking back at it.
Yeah, I want to see where that monster was.
Maybe trap yourself in the closet.
Yeah, it's a little bit before that.
Somewhere there.
Yeah, it's like right around here.
I can't see, it's dark as hell. I don't see shit.
Wait. It might be before this. You saw that?
Okay, yeah, I saw like a hand. It's like a hand.
It is.
Oh, it's like a skeleton hand. Whoa.
Yeah.
Alright, wait, move your mouse over the... Okay, at like
It's like around.
5:30 something, there's like a bony hand in the left corner. So he did see it.
Yeah, I'm not hallucinating. It was there. I found it.
It's like at 5:30
Is it? No, it's not 5 minutes. It's because
Alright, the last 5 minutes, 37 seconds, never mind.
I don't know where that is, but we're gonna find out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been fun, but we're taking a nice long break. Well, a week-long break, because that's the extent of what my heart can handle.
Oh boy.
So,
So thank you, the whole two people.
say goodbye, Marsh the Mime.